Alright, what's up YouTube? It's AJ Watt back to you guys. Another figure unboxing review. This time of the brand new 12-inch Marvel Legends series Jim Lee Wolverine figure. Picked this guy up at the GameStop website. Decided to do a one-day shipping only, that way I can go ahead and review this guy. But as you guys can see, we still have the normal Marvel Legends series packaging. It says Wolverine on the right corner. And at the very top, it just says the Marvel logo right over there on the side. And when you come to the left side, you have a cool picture of Wolverine posed up with his unmasked head sculpt. And when you come to the back, you get a nice couple image shots of the figure posed up, as well as some warning labels at the bottom. And then on the right side, you get a nice picture of kind of Wolverine in just a plain pose. And at the bottom, just get your serial number and all that jazz. So let's go ahead and unbox this badass Jim Lee Wolverine figure. Alright, so here I have the Jim Lee 12-inch Wolverine out of the packaging for you guys, looking pretty sick. It's like a huge version of the Juggernaut series Wolverine figure, but in a Jim Lee type style outfit, and I really do like it. This thing comes with amazing sculpting and amazing paint job. So let's go ahead and dive into his accessories first, and then we'll go ahead and dive in to the Jim Lee Wolverine. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start off with the head sculpt first. This is the unmasked Logan head sculpt, and I think it's done very well. I like the way the skin tone is, like how he's smirking. You can kind of see he does have a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow right over here. And then of course you have the signature Wolverine sideburns, or call them chops, right over here. And the paint's done pretty good. On mine, you kind of get some missing right over here on the right corner, but no biggie. I think it's pretty awesome. Like the way it looks, giving you that kind of smirking look. And then he comes with the kind of battle damage head sculpt right over here, where he's screaming and yelling. It would have been nice if we had one that's kind of regular, now with like his hair poking out and bullet holes right over here on the right side. You can kind of see he does have little scratch marks. You never know, maybe Marvel Legends is making up a 12-inch Sabretooth. Who knows? That would be pretty nice. You can kind of see he does have a little bit more bullet holes right over here. And I kind of like the way it looks, it kind of looks just like leather too, so that's pretty good. You kind of see the hair peeking out, the menacing teeth right over here, which is pretty cool. Like the way that looks. When you come to the back, he does also have little scratches right over here in the back. So yeah, overall, nice head sculpt. Then he comes with extra shoulder pads as well. This is the left arm right over here. Kind of see it does have a lot more scratches as well, and 3 bullet holes, and more scratches on the back side. So that's pretty cool. The left side, or the right side, doesn't have any scratches or anything like that. Then he comes with 2 pairs of fisted hands, a left and a right one, and sculpted very nice. You can kind of see the line work right over here on the top palm, as well as these blade pieces right over here, which are just painted in a kind of plain gray. You kind of see a little padding right over here on the fists. Then he comes with the unmasked cowl piece that you would just wrap around his neck. Kind of done just you kind of see the wrinkles going throughout it. Kind of done in a plain black and white and yellow color, so no biggie right over there. But they do have sculpted wrinkles in them, which is pretty nice. Definitely not gonna have my Wolverine unmasked. Who unmasks their Wolverine besides if they have like a Hugh Jackman hot toy or something like that? Come on. Alright, so here we have a close-up of the Wolverine head sculpt, looking pretty sick, and I really do like the way it looks and everything. You kind of see he does have a little bit of like sculpted hair, kind of like a little goatee. It's kind of painted like a light gray. You can barely notice it, but in person, you can kind of see it. And you can kind of see it right over here from the left side, right over here, how it's a little darker on the goatee section, and then it kind of gets lighter right over here next to his cheeks and his jaw. And one of my horns on the Wolverine is a little bit kind of floppy. I have to get probably a hair dryer, just dip it in some hot water and just kind of cool it down. But yeah, but I really do like this head sculpt. It's kind of like a, I'm not sure if I should compare it to this one over here. They're a little bit different. But yeah, you guys kind of get the idea of that. But man, this thing is freaking cool. Paint job on it is perfect. Right when you go over here in the abdomen, you can kind of see the paint job is just crisp and clean. Does have a nice muscle tone to him. Then when you look at his arms from the sides, there is a sculpting job on there. Kind of see a little bit of a, it's kind of sculpted hair, but not painted hair. I guess Hasbro was like, we're too lazy, so let's go ahead and let them do the rest, because they've been waiting for this figure for a while. But you can kind of see it's kind of sculpted on there. Nothing's really painted. And you can see the texturing on the gloves too as well. That's done very nice. And these gloves, not these gloves, the claws are not detachable as well. They're kind of like the old school gloves, where they're just kind of molded in with the plastic. And with the left hand, or yeah, the left claw hand, I kind of have to fix the far right claw because it's kind of dipping on the inside, as you guys can see right there. But you can kind of see the line works on the gloves looking very nice. Kind of done in a royal blue color. Same thing for his tidy whities. You kind of see it sculpted on the crotch piece. And then you get the X-Men logo on the belt. And shoulder pads are also done in the royal blue. One of mine is kind of loose. You kind of see right over there. It just pegs in on the side, but kind of have to put in some hot water for sure though. But shoulder pads looking very nice. And when you go to the lower body, he is very thick AF. Right over here in the thighs, got them thunder thighs going on. You kind of see the muscle tone going throughout it. And then you come to the back, done in a very kind of bright yellow, but no biggie. Mine does have little paints, kind of black paint scuffs going throughout it. Really no biggie. And the boots looking very nice, sculpted just like the hands. The black's painted just a clean kind of soft plastic black. And you can see a little kind of texturing on the boots. Does have 2 peg holes at the bottom of his feet, which is very, very nice. And let's go ahead and check out the tiger stripes as well also. You can kind of see how those are done, and they're done very nice. Mine is missing kind of a little black right there, but nothing I can't fix. So no problems there. But they're very kind of executed very sharp. No complaints there. And you come to the back, still giving that sharp look. And I really do like it. I really do love this figure overall. Definitely going to be on the top 10 figures of this year, in my opinion. Hopefully you guys can pick him up if he's out there in the wild right now. Like I said, I got mine from GameStop, the website, and I did the expedited shipping so I can review this guy. But man, this thing is freaking awesome. I really do like him. Let me go ahead and lower the settings so you guys can see it a little better. So let's go ahead and check out Wolverine's Articulation. Alright, so Wolverine's Articulation, his head can look down a pretty good amount, as well as look up about that much. Would be nicer if you can move it just a little bit more up, because he is a shorter character. Does also rotate left and right, and kind of pivots. Not really, doesn't really pivot at all. Arms fully rotate 360, as well as move out about that much. Has a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, as my hand comes off because that one is very loose. Moves in a little bit, kind of at least 90 degrees. And the hands, when I pop it back in, they do hinge down and up, and they fully rotate. Has a upper diaphragm joint that kind of crunches a little bit forward, kind of pivots side to side as well. Helps him rotate left and right. And then he does have an ab crunch that moves about that much going forward and that much going back. And he does have does kick up pretty good, about that far, which is a pretty good amount. Doesn't really kick back. Can do the splits very well, actually. Has a upper thigh swivel double jointed knees that are very stiff, so that's good. And it does have boot rotation right there, feet hinge down and up, and he does have ankle pivot, and then he does have toe articulation as well, which is also very tight. So in case you want to get him in some cool dynamic poses, that is an option. But as you guys can see, the left hand on mine is very weak. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. It's not noticeable until you start moving the figure around. Same thing for this left shoulder pad, so I have to give that a fix. But articulation is perfect, just like the Juggernaut series Wolverine. So let's go ahead and go into some comparisons. Oh, and if I forgot to mention, he does have the butterfly joint right there. Can't believe I forgot about that. So in case you guys want to see how he looks with his head sculpt on, go ahead and pop this guy off. And all you would do is get the cow piece, place it right there, get your unmasked head sculpt, and pop it in as so, about right there. So there you have the unmasked Wolverine. And if you want to take out the shoulder pads and replace them with the other ones, you just kind of put them out because they come with little peg holes right over here in the front and the back side, right there, as you guys can see. And then we go get ahead and get a battle damaged one. I believe it's this one right over here. And we'll just peg that in right there in the front. Then the back right there as his hand pops off again. Let's see if I get a pretty big figure. There we go. So boom, just like that, you can see it does have the bullet holes right there, giving you that evil smirk, but I really do like the way it looks. And in case you guys wanted to know, I think the hole's a little bit too big for the peg, so don't know how I'm gonna fix that. Hopefully some Billy Mays magic putty will do the job. But yeah, very awesome figure. So here I have the Marvel Legends series Wolverine next to the custom Burning Soul 1/6 scale figure, and you guys can see that the Logan, it does stand a little bit, or a lot taller. And then here he is next to the Days of Future Past Wolverine figure, and you guys can see that Hugh Jackman does stand a little bit taller again. And then here he is next to the Marvel Legends Hasbro, the Red Hulk Wave, Jim Lee Wolverine. You kind of see the slight differences in the cowl and of course the design. And here he is next to the Juggernaut series Wolverine figure. Alright, so here I have the Wolverine all posed up for you guys, and I highly recommend this figure in case you guys are just Wolverine fans or just collecting Marvel Legends series 12-inch figures or just the Marvel Legends line in general. I would say go ahead and pick up this guy. And if I could say, I would say just pick up an extra one so you can have one in the box and then one just to pose around, because this guy is very fun to pose around. Like I say, he's just a gigantic version of the Juggernaut series Wolverine, but painted in the Jim Lee style that we all love and know. So really recommend this figure. Great posability, great sculpting, great paint job, etc., etc. So anyways guys, thanks for watching this video. If you guys like my videos, go ahead and thumbs up and also subscribe. Follow my Instagram account, AJOR Reviews, for toy pickups and toy news. Once again guys, thanks for watching, and you guys have a wonderful week.